What's up, LA Film School? It's Dean here, Dean Springs, and I'm doing this video for the video submission. So here we are. Pretty much I'm going to sum up what my paper is about. So yeah, here we go. First thing, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Dean, 25. I moved here from Brooklyn back in August. I've worked some jobs, I've worked on some film sites. I've even got to actually produce a song for a film. Nothing crazy, but something kind of big. So I'm happy about that, and that's one of the reasons why I'm coming to the LA Film School. So pretty much, writing this essay was something pretty cool. I have a lot of people in the field that I definitely look up to and admire and try to emulate, their work ethics in my field, trying to get me places. You gotta hustle a little bit. You gotta kiss some butt, sometimes. But more or less, you just gotta be a good person, work hard, determination, build up your skills, be on time, be early. Go a little bit above and beyond, and you can get places. And that's what I like about writing this essay, is that I learned some new things about these people. So first up, one of the persons I want to talk about is a guy named Roger Nichols. Fortunately, he passed away. Okay, but this is him right there. Okay, and he was the guy who gave Steely Dan their signature sound. Okay, now a lot of people my age don't even remember Steely Dan unless you're into that. But I know that they have a signature sound. I know that they were very popular. I know that they've got platinum records, hits, okay? And the cool thing is, a lot of people think it's just the producer. And while the producer might be the guy making the music, having the creative sound, this guy was not a producer. He was an engineer. Okay, audio engineer, and that's what I'm going for. He mixed, he mastered, and this is way before Pro Tools. This is way before iMacs and computers, and he gave them their signature sound. So as an audio engineer, you can give somebody a creative sound and just skyrocket them from there. So that actually gives me some chills, because knowing that, as an audio engineer, as a mixer, as somebody who masters, and as somebody who does his own music, who knows what sounds could come out? Who knows what people I'm going to work with? Who knows what subgenres we could help create in the future? Okay, music is a constant transition, and it's just growing and becoming bigger and bigger. So he's one of the people I write about in my story, and he's actually, somebody's quoted, a record producer for Steely Dan is quoted as saying that he wasn't just a mixer. Okay, he was there to enhance the audio experience for everybody, and that's where I want to be with audio engineering. Okay, with the recording program arts that I'm in. I definitely want to be like him. Okay, I want to be me. I want to be my own person, but I definitely want to be like him, and that's why I write about him. Okay, second person that I write about is a man by the name of Jimmy Douglas, who's still going strong today. This dude is on fire. Okay, this is him right here, Jimmy Douglas. All right, wish I had the dreads, maybe not, I don't know. But he's really cool. Okay, he actually is the engineer for Timbaland. Okay, everyone thinks that Timbaland makes everything. He's a producer. He's like Dr. Dre, and they're geniuses, and they are. They definitely are. But he's the type of, but he's not the one who's engineering, who's mixing, mastering, adding in the auto-tune effects, enhancing the levels and making it radio quality. Okay, that's this guy, Jimmy Douglas. Okay, he's the reason why I like him is that he pushed to get a job in high school for Atlantic Records. Now, he didn't do anything crazy. He was the lowly guy who spliced together tape. Back then they were using, analog mediums. So he was that guy. Okay, one day he asked his boss if he could just use the studio to record a group that he thinks was going to get big, and his boss said yeah. And what I think is really cool is, and I mentioned it in my essay, how it was almost like a trial by fire, because he was under the assumption somebody was gonna mix and master, And he says to his boss, who's going to do it? And his boss says, you want it, you do it. And that's a big deal for me, because he did it. He mixed and mastered, and you know what, honestly, it could have just been okay, it could have just been acceptable, but while the band wasn't anything crazy that the record execs liked, when they heard the skills that he used on their record, he took something that was crap and made it crap, but made it a really good sounding piece of crap, if that makes any sense. It was something that got their attention. How he handled the boards, how he made the sounds, everything. And from that time on, he went from being a lowly worker to one of Atlantic Records' in-house producers. Okay, and ever since then, he's just been building and building and building, and he's worked with Aretha Franklin, he's worked with Frank Sinatra, he's worked with a lot of people through Atlantic Records. And it just goes to show that skill is a little bit there. You definitely need skill. You definitely need to have a mindset. You need to have a vision. You need to be able to hear. Okay, but he pushed hard, and he still does, and he still works long hours. And I would love to work long hours. I've worked long hours doing jobs I didn't like, but I liked working long hours because at the end of the day, I felt good. I earned my money, and knowing that there's potential to earn your money doing something you love, working those long hours, there's nothing better than that. Okay, so he's definitely an influence of mine. Last person that I wrote about, he's actually big today. And I'm not saying that Jimmy isn't big today, but he is actually co-founder of Desert Storm Records. Okay, he's worked with DMX, he's worked with Jodeci, he's worked with Missy Elliott, he's worked with Eve, he's worked with Rough Riders, he's worked with Fabulous, he's worked with everybody, okay, mostly everybody in the game that you like, or that you've heard of, or maybe you don't like, but you know that they're big, and his name is Ken Ifill. What's going on with that thing? Sorry. He's worked with Ken Ifill, and, he is Ken Ifill, and his stage name is Duro. Whatever. Anyway, his stage name is Duro. Okay, this is him right here on the boards. I mean, that's a big ass board. It's really his work ethic that I like. Okay, some of the music he's made I like, and some of it I don't know. He's an engineer, so he's not making all of it, but the stuff with Fabulous, he's a co-producer. What I like about him is that he is a producer, he is a mixer, he masters, he's an engineer, he creates the beats, he finds the artists, he does some rapping. He's everything that I'm trying to be, okay? The great thing that I like about him is that he actually has a great work ethic. He's quoted as saying, at the end of the day, the credits on anything I do is not going to be Ken Duro and 50 guys standing around playing cards. Okay, he wants people out of the studio when he's mixing and mastering. When you're recording, fine. It maybe you need your boys there. Maybe maybe as an artist you have a way. But certain engineers, they treat engineering, mixing and mastering the same way. They want it to be a party. This guy doesn't do that. He wants everybody out, and if you're not out or you're not going to go out, he's quoted as saying, "I'll go shopping," and I really like that. It's like he needs focus, and not to say that he can't focus. He wants to super focus on every project that he's doing, and that's like me. Okay, when I'm making songs, when I'm recording, I don't go to a recording booth until I have all my lyrics memorized. I don't go into a production session until I make sure I know the sound that I want. And then when we're in there, you crack a few jokes to keep yourself sane, but you're really there to work, okay? Because music at the end of the day is work, and it's a great job to have. So these are the few guys that I write about. My essay is definitely more than 750 words, because I liked writing about it. It was a good product. It was a good project, and I had a lot of fun. Okay, so if you want to know more, actually read my essay. It should be up on Moodle. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video. Sorry about the screen. Anyway, that's it for me. So thank you guys.